Welcome to People of Color in Psychology, a podcast devoted to people of color in psychology. My hope is that together we will be able to learn from each other and appreciate the importance of advancing the contributions of people of color in psychology. We appreciate all your support through sharing and subscribing to the podcast, as well as registering for continuing education courses offered by psychologists of color, which you can find on the Multicultural Counseling Institute's website. Now, for the month of November, we will highlight key episodes to celebrate Native American Heritage Month. And today we are joined by our psychology intern, Anushka Parag, who found some fantastic resources online about Native American Heritage Month. Anushka, welcome to the podcast. And can you tell us when and how did the Native American Heritage Month come to be?
Thank you for having me. Well, the history of the creation of Native American Heritage Month can be traced back all the way to the early 1900s. Of the first supporters of Native American Day was Dr. Arthur C. Parker, a Seneca Indian, and he was the director of the Museum of Arts and Sciences, and this was in Rochester, New York. Dr. Parker actually persuaded the Boy Scouts of America to set aside a day for the first Americans. In 1915, the Annual Congress of the American Indians Association actually held a meeting in Lawrence, Kansas, to approve a plan concerning American Indian Day. It wasn't until 1916 that the state of New York actually became the first state to declare an American Indian Day.
So it started out at the local and then the state level.
Pretty much. And in the following decades, other states followed suit. And in 1976, President Gerald Ford was the one who proclaimed October 10th through 16th as Native American Awareness Week. And then in 1986, Congress passed a joint resolution designating November 23rd through 30th as American Indian Week. This practice continued in the following years, with Congress declaring 1 week during autumn months as Native American Indian Heritage Week. It wasn't until 1990 that President George H.W. Bush signed into law a joint resolution designating the month of November as American Indian Heritage Month. This resolution basically stated that the month would be time to celebrate the rich and diverse cultures, traditions, and histories to acknowledge the important contributions of Native American people.
Wow. Well, thanks for sharing that bit of history. Now, because our podcast is People of Color in Psychology, and specifically for this series, what did you find in terms of Native American psychologists?
Well, I thought it was really important to acknowledge a few of the most important Native American psychologists who've made great strides in their field and who helped pave the way for others. The first of which is Dr. Marigold Linton. She was the first Native American in the U.S. to earn a doctorate in psychology. One of her many contributions to the field of psychology was helping raise $13 million from the National Institute of Health, which basically was used to help give Native Americans the opportunity to earn advanced degrees in science. Dr. Linton also is a founding member of both the Society of Advancement of Chicanos and Native Americans in Science and the National Indian Education Association. The next person I wanted to talk about was Dr. Arthur L. McDonald, who was the first male Native American to earn a doctorate in psychology in 1966. Dr. McDonald went on to establish the InPsych program to help recruit American Indian and Alaska Native undergraduates in the field of psychology. And according to the APA website, Dr. McDonald in 2000 was awarded the first presidential citation from APA for his lifetime of work in psychology and for the undeserved people throughout the nation. Next, we have Dr. Logan Wright of the Osage Nation. He is referenced as the father of pediatric psychology and is the first American Indian to serve as president of the APA. Dr. Wright actually helped to found the Society of Pediatric Psychology and became its first president in 1969.
Wow. Well, these Native American psychologists have done some amazing things for our field. I also encourage folks to read the APA's recent publication from the Monitor issued on October 1st, which discusses the healing power of Native American culture and how it is inspiring psychologists to embrace cultural humility. So to wrap up for today, as part of our Native American Heritage series, we will have Native American mental health professionals that will discuss the benefits of traditional Native American healing practices, as well as culturally informed lens to mental health care and treatment. So stay tuned this month for fascinating and informative conversations. Again, thank you for supporting this podcast. And thanks to our psychology intern, Anushka Parag, for sharing some of the history with us. The People of Color in Psychology is produced by the Multicultural Counseling Institute, and I am your host, Jack Tsen.